Middle East oil exports to Europe fell 22% in 2024, CLEPA data shows. US boosts global oil trade share to 9.5% with shale production. New refineries and pipelines alter global oil trade dynamics. The volume of global crude exports in 2024 declined 2%, the first fall since the COVID-19 pandemic. Shipping data showed due to weak demand growth and as refinery and pipeline changes reshuffled trade routes. Global crude flows have been roiled for a second year by war in Ukraine and the Middle East, with tanker shipments rerouted and suppliers and buyers split into regions. Middle East oil exports to Europe declined and more US oil and South American oil went to Europe. Russian oil that formerly went to Europe has been redirected to India and China. These shifts have become more pronounced as oil refineries have shut in Europe amid continued attacks on Red Sea shipping. Middle East crude exports to Europe tumbled 22% in 2024. Ship tracking data from researcher Kaplan showed. So, truth be told, what is causing the problem in the crude oil industry is the greed of the politicians, because the politicians are fighting for supremacy, because everyone is using what they think they have as leverage against each other without considering the populations of this world, without considering the citizens of their country. Because you can see now, the Russian gas is off. Germany and Italy is trying to make up for Austria, for the loophole that the Russian gas left in Austria. But Germany and Italy equally have their own citizens to satisfy. That is to say, in a long run, they will not be able to fulfill that or be the sole distributor of gas to Austria. Then you have Hungary trying to make up for Slovakia, even though Slovakia still have opportunity or another alternative for Azerbaijan. Then you have the incoming US administration telling EU they must buy their oil and gas or they will place tariffs. And you know that if America does so, the EU will react. And you know that the American oil to Europe will be more expensive because the route is longer, because even through the transportation of this oil and gas to Europe, the air will be polluted in one way or the other due to, you know, how oily or gas is being transported by all these channels. You know, a lot of terminals has to be built, which will cost a whole lot of money, and there will be air pollution too. Then on the other side, you have Norway that has doubled its oil and gas production but have to deal with some climate concerns. You have Qatar. Then you have Russia now. Russia have to ship its oil to India and China because the EU and US, through their embargo, have shut down the cheap Russian gas that kept a lot of their homes heated and a lot of their businesses and companies running. So what does it tell you? At the end of the day, is the average citizens that are the receiving ends. And this year, one of the problems you are going to be facing is high cost of energy, high cost of the day-to-day essential commodities we need for our existence, because some of these companies now need to buy expensive gas to be able to resell to make money. Some of these companies need to buy expensive gas or oil to keep their companies running, and they are in business to make money. So at the end of the day, they are going to be adding money to these essential commodities that we need for our day-to-day activities. Then look at Moldova now. Moldova is the one that is being heated the most. You can see what is happening in Moldova. Yes. So at the end of the day, the politicians, if at all they still have conscience in them, if at all they know where they left their garment of humanity, they should go back there and wear it. And they should try as much as possible to solve as many conflicts or war that is already ongoing in the world. And please, in the name of whatsoever they believe, if at all they believe in anything, they should not create more conflicts and more war for us in 2025. They should try everything possible not to create new ones, because we have a whole lot of old ones that have not been solved yet.